Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video on our little chicken coop that I built for around $150 in materials. And any tips and tricks that I would do for those that might be considering getting into chickens. We actually live in Denver in the suburbs and are able to have this chicken coop as long as they're all hens, which they are, no roosters. We have 3 of them, get 2 to 3 eggs a day right now. They just started laying. But yeah, so here's a quick walkthrough. So this, actually we got the chicken coop is a old doghouse that we converted into a chicken coop. And as well as this cage. Both were free from Facebook Marketplace. This kennel is about, I think it's about 6 foot by 6 foot. If you look closely, there is chicken wire here in addition to the regular chain link. That's just to keep predators out. Currently, I mean, they could stick their head through if this chicken wire wasn't there. We also have some on the top too. I also put on this piece of plywood with some old rain and ice shield that we had left over from our roofing job. I would like to eventually put on another like flat sealant for roofing just to kind of preserve that plywood. Well, that's not super necessary. Just gives them some shade in the summer, keeps snow and water and stuff off of their food. Food is also easily accessible here. This water heater, or excuse me, this poultry drinker, it's heated. So you can see there's a cord coming from it. This was on Amazon, I believe it was 50 bucks. There's these little nipples that they can drink from. And they learned very quickly. All it took was just basically holding your finger up, showing them that water comes from it, and they're very quickly pecking it. And that way their water doesn't freeze here in the winter. And then their food here is a simple thing that you can get at any pet store or Amazon, pretty cheap, but it's worked pretty well. And then here's the front of their chicken coop. I actually got this inspiration from a blog to literally use a dog kennel, the plastic here that you could use for like a doggy door. It took them a while to learn how to get in and out, but once they did, they go in and out freely. There's no fancy contraption that opens and closes the door. And it was, I believe, $10 on Amazon. I'll share some links too in this video description, so if you were looking into building something similar, you can have some resources there for you as well. One thing I would suggest is putting this, whatever structure you have, on stilts. Just kind of keeps rain flow, keeps things out, and kind of better preserves the building structure. So there you have it there. Here's our chickens. Watch out, guys. I did redo the roof, which I'm not counting for their cost because the roof was in dire shape. But sometimes you might be able to find a better chicken coop, or excuse me, doghouse that has a better roof on it. But that was something that I needed to do, as well as paint it. You can see here there's vents here. These were $5 or $6 on Amazon that I installed. I just cut a hole to meet the specifications of the vent. But what this does is it provides airflow to kind of keep it more sanitary in the chicken coop. But it's also above where they roost, which is down here. So if the vent was lower, the cold drafts could come in and expose their down, which actually could help them. The down is what kind of keeps them from freezing in the winter. So you want to make sure that whatever ventilation you have is way higher than where they're going to be roosting. And then this, kind of hard to see in this video, but I installed this like door contraption here with just a simple door hinge and a little latch that you can buy at Home Depot, as well as a handle here to kind of help you lift it open. And this is plywood, you can't tell. Just cut the door to specifications. It was a little bit 2 to 3 inches smaller than this as well. And then this is where we collect our eggs from. So you lift this up. Inside here we have 2 milk crates that I cut. You can kind of see through them there. There's opening on the front so that they can climb in, and then this back part allows us to collect the eggs pretty easily. These are just fake eggs. You can also use golf balls if you want, or on our budget. This shows them where to lay. Originally I had 3 in this one and 3 in the other. You really only need 1 in each to show them, you know, this is where you want them to lay their eggs. Like I said, we get about 2 to 3 a day, which is pretty nice. The other cool thing, whatever blog I saw it on to do this milk crate, it's a genius idea. It's cost effective. It's easy to simply change out this bedding because you can carry this crate out. Our entire roof actually separates here, this doghouse, which is super handy. You can take the whole roof off and easily clean the chicken coop out that way. So it provides easy access there. But they also can roost on top of this up here. They usually sit perched up here at night, which is, a lot of chickens really love to do that. And so that way you don't have to install that wooden bar that I did. You can see kind of into the coop. That's not necessary because they can just sit right on top of this. I put a lighting in there, which is on a timer. And the timer basically shows, it comes on at, I believe, 4 in the morning, goes off at 8 o'clock. Since the daylight savings kicked in, the chickens need approximately 14 hours of daylight, I think is what I read, in order to lay throughout the winter, which they've been doing. But you will have to have an extension cord kind of through your yard to the nearest outlet. I also took, it's gonna be hard to see here, but underneath here is a black heating pad that actually is for plant starters, but it's worked really well. We had problems when it was with the eggs freezing, but this heating pad goes across this platform that I built inside of here. And so it lays across, and then it just provides enough warmth so that the eggs don't freeze by the time we get them in the morning. And so yeah, this extension cord basically provides the light, the heating platform, and then the heating for the water as well. And then I suggest too, just getting like a little cheap tongs that you can find at any store, just to scoop out the poop so you don't have to constantly clean it. We typically clean this chicken coop about once a month, so that way you don't have to do it more than that. But yeah, and then this little perch, you know, you can also build this. I built this out of scrap metal that I had laying around. Sometimes I'll catch them up on that. But yeah, that's just a general overview. Again, about $150 in materials. If you're lucky enough like us to find, you know, this free on Facebook Marketplace, something similar, you can also build that. But yeah, doghouse actually works so well for a chicken coop if you make some simpler improvements like I did. More updates to come as we use this for longer, but yeah, so far it's worked really well for us. So.